right, welcome everyone. My name is Rita Fleming, and I'm one of the hosts of Beauty Within. So, welcome to your transformation program. And I'm just ecstatic to do this with everyone. I'm going to be doing it right alongside you. And I would love to open it up to the community. This space is really an accountability space where we're going to learn from each other. We get to hear your voices, learn what some of your intentions are, and what we're committing to ourselves on a weekly basis. So small commitments. I see that Amy is walking outside right now. So, maybe it's getting our bare feet on the ground. Maybe it's getting 10 minutes of sunshine a day or fresh air. But we're going to be making these commitments together. And what I love about doing these transformations in community is we truly transform together. And there's so much growth and such a gift in witnessing each other's transformation. And this transformation, as you may have heard, it really is not only a physical transformation where we're flooding our body with nutrient dense alkaline foods. It also is an emotional transformation and even spiritual. So I'm excited to do this with everyone. And I am going to go over your superfoods with you, as many of you have just gotten your kit or your kit is coming shortly. But I'd like to open it up and just set the space for intentions. So those of you that are doing this transformation with us, what are some of your goals? What are some of your intentions that you'd hope to get out of this experience? And I'm going to just open it up popcorn style.
Hello. I'm Renee. So I didn't purchase the superfoods yet, but 2 years ago I was using the herbs from that they sell at with Dr. Robert Morse. I was using those herbs and trying to get to the point where my kidneys would filter. So I would say that is definitely my goal to I tried for like 2.5 months and I lost so much weight. And I mean, I understand that this is part of the process, but after it was almost 3 months, but I couldn't do it anymore. So here I am and I'm trying to start all over. So I think one thing I do want to know is I have thyroid nodules. And my understanding is that if I am able to filter, if my kidneys are able to filter, that the lymphatic system should break that up. Okay. And is that the same for what do I have? Fibroids, uterine fibroids. Is that the same? Does the same go for that? That once you filter over time, I guess, that those would be broken up too and come out of when I urinate? I mean, I don't know when.
Hi,
Excuse
Renee.
me. Hi.
Yeah. So in the transformation, we're working with the superfoods, the dark berry. It has amazing herbs in there and fruits in there and superfoods that are really working to clean up the lymphatic system. And you're so right. For those of you that don't know or haven't learned much about the lymphatic system, it's our body's main elimination, like waste system. So all toxins get stored in the lymphatic system, which then spills into our blood. And so the way that we clean up our lymphatic system is getting the body alkaline and also really flooding with these nutrient dense foods. And what's so special about the superfoods is they're the top 1% nutrient density and quality and purity. And when you add in micronutrients at that level, for me, like my body felt nourished for the first time, after, and I had been, working with organic and healthy foods for many, many, many years, but I was missing those micronutrients because of soil health and the way it's grown. So when you're getting those micronutrients, it can really give our bodies what we need and help us to oxygenate and alkalize, which is going to clean up that lymphatic system. And then just to answer a little bit more of your question with fibroids, that also is hormonal, and the adrenal glands are a really important factor to work with. Strengthening our adrenal glands, which will strengthen our nervous system. And this has some of my favorite herbs in there for the nervous system and the adrenal glands. And there's additional ones like the Kids in Focus is really, really powerful. But yeah, alkalizing the body is huge to break up congestion and reduce inflammation. So, and we can chat more, Renee, about that. But I'd love to also open it up and hear others and your intentions for doing this transformation. Thanks, Renee.
I can go. So on November 30th of last year, I broke 2 of my ribs number 6 and 7. And when I went to my doctor, he didn't mention collagen at all. So that's kind of what got me into the collagen-based ULT. So I felt amazing after about, I want to say, not even a week or 2, I was feeling an improvement. So yeah, that's one of my main intentions, is to heal those broken ribs, keep doing the ULTs, have the collagen support it. That way I can go back into training. Recently they rebroke, so I'm making sure that I'm not training anymore, not doing any unnecessary physical exercise, keeping on my non-training regimen for now. And like I mentioned, the doctor, he didn't mention collagen. I had to ask people around, and Shannon actually brought that up. So that was really cool. So that's a big one, because you don't want a reoccurring injury. I do mixed martial arts, so it's really important to be safe. So yeah, that's kind of one of my big intentions.
I love that, Gage. Thanks for being here. And what I love about this program is it's helping your body to produce its own collagen, and the Renew Hair, Skin, and Nails that come with it is amazing for your bone support, your connective tissue support. So really need those minerals to help our bones. So that's full of that. And then the tart cherry will be amazing for you with your recovery, reducing that inflammation. And to Renee's point earlier, this is my absolute favorite tool for getting the kidneys filtering. So getting that inflammation out of the body and recovery. So thank you, Gage, for sharing. Any other intentions today?
I'll just say that as a mom, I have 2 other ones too. I think collagen support is so important. And I use the Renew Hair, Skin, and Nails all through pregnancy and really feel the support. So my goal is just to continue to nourish myself as a mom. And I have 3 other people doing this with me that are over the age of 50. And I recently learned a statistic that around our late 40s, 50s, we start to lose our body's ability to produce collagen by 1% each day. And so I'm really excited to support them in this journey of just keeping those collagen stores going in a natural, healthy, positive way. And I hope they can join us on the call too one of these future times. So thanks for holding this space, Rita.
Thanks, Mary.
Hey, Rita. Hi. So I had been diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome and RA, rheumatoid arthritis. And the Sjogren's syndrome and rheumatoid arthritis, many times it's mixed connective tissue issues. And so that's all the tissues that are in between, like organs and bone, and well, includes a lot of your cartilage, like your cartilage and anything that's kind of in between stuff we know. And so I had a lot of pain all over everywhere. And it's an autoimmune condition, so your body can be attacked on any organ, unlike kind of like lupus, in that way. It could be any organ in your body. So, but since I leaned towards the RA, it would be more like joint related and skin kind of related. And so within 3 days of doing this ultimate lifestyle transformation, my pain was, almost gone. And I lived with pain since I was like 7. They told me that I had, oh, you've got growing pains. It's just normal. And I'm like, well, I'm like 40 something and I still have growing pains in my knees and all over my body, but my knees were the first ones. And so it was just so helpful for my mind, removing that pain. Anyway, I just had to throw it out there. I know that the tart cherry I love so much because it took so much inflammation away. And and it helped me sleep where I could repair so that those things were able to heal. I don't know if heal's the right word, but they were able to repair on their own. And then also, yeah, just giving it the stuff to be able to build that back if it was still being damaged by autoimmune or whatever, that it was able to build back. And now, I'm dancing flamenco and just able to do. I don't want to go to sleep all day. Like I wanted to sleep. I would get up in the morning and think, okay, I have to get out of bed. Okay, when can I go back to, can I just lay down for a while? Can I take a nap? I don't do that anymore. And I know it's like everything combined that creates that, because I've tried like just doing some things. It doesn't work that way. It's all of it together that gives me that whole overall energy, lack of pain, just freedom of my mind, that I'm not concerned about going to bed because I'm so tired or I hurt so much I can't think. And I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yay, Shannon, that's amazing. You have such a beautiful story. Drop a 10 in the chat, you guys, if you're wanting to really feel your best and just come home to yourself, because that's the intention. And I'm so happy for you. Like, it's been beautiful to watch your transformation, Shannon. It makes me unbelievably happy. And I love, what you said. It truly is a holistic program. And I know, sometimes we do just start with a shake or something, but if you can do all of it, you're going to get the most benefit. And I'll go through the program briefly and then I'll open it up again to shares. But I just want to introduce everyone. A lot of you, are just getting your kits in. So the superfoods, you're going to get your dark berry protein, which we shared a little bit about. It's just full of nutrient dense foods, regeneratively grown. What I love about this is it has lots of different dark berries, which are important for our brain health and our nervous system health and cleaning up our lymphatic system, to Renee's point earlier. And then it also has, incredible herbs in there and proteins in there that just support all of the systems of the body and also that collagen production. And this program is all about synergy. So when you combine the dark berry with these Renew hair, skin, and nails, you are combining that power of the fruits for that brain and the regeneration with the power of herbs. And these herbs are formulated to support all of your connective tissue, your skin, your hair, your nails. And our connective tissue is important for so many different things. Like, it also holds our spine in place and, helps with injury recovery or improves our athleticism. So as Mary was saying, it's so important as a mom, because all of us are dealing with depletion because of the state of our soils, but especially mothers, are dealing with a lot of depletion. So this helps with our calcium utilization and absorption to help all of the bones, connective tissue. And, the skeletal system is such an important system to support on a daily basis. So the whole foods and herbs make it easy for our bodies to absorb and digest. And is one of my favorite things that we can do on a daily basis for maintenance. And then so what you'll do is you'll take one shake in the morning, one shake in the afternoon, whenever you get hungry. And, also add in fresh fruits throughout your day. Go to the grocery store and see like whatever looks amazing to you, pick out vibrant colors. This is not about restriction at any capacity. This is about abundance and flooding our body, and your body will get extra added benefits, the more fresh whole foods that we're adding in, that really hydrate us at that cellular level. So you just add this to water. All of this is living raw foods. Once you add the water to it, it all just comes to life, and it has all of your nutrients that you're going to need throughout the day. So you'll have your shake twice a day, snacks in between, one meal a day or more if you need. Again, there's no restriction whatsoever. We don't want you to be hungry. So adding that. And then you're going to have your aminos. You can have them with your shake. You'll have them twice a day as well. So you could do 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon. I keep these in my pocket. Really amazing for sports recovery. So definitely take it before a workout if you are doing any activity. And also if you're, maybe you're having a long day at work and you just feel like you're bonking, add extra of these in your pocket and just take it anytime you need that endurance, because this will keep you from bonking. So most of us are only absorbing 11 to 36% of our proteins. Our proteins, are broken into amino acids, which are the building blocks. These are pre-digested. They're 99.9% bioavailable. So our amino acids are important from everything from skin and collagen and bone and brain and nervous system function to hormone balance. So they're important for everything. So just think of this as like your protein that you're getting. That's easy for your body to absorb. Take it twice a day. You can take it more, especially if you're an athlete, nursing mama, any of those things, or you just, have a long day. Just keep extra of those in your pocket. And then, with your shake, we talked about your Renew Hair, Skin, and Nails. You can just take a couple in the morning and in the afternoon with your shake. And you can, work up to having more. You can also work up to doing 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. But just start by listening to your body. I always listen to my body. That is the number one rule of thumb, is listen to your body. If you're hungry, eat. If you're not hungry, listen to your body, take a pause. If your body's craving something, just really give yourself what your body needs. And the more that we flood our body with this nutrient dense food, the more clear we're going to get. The more that cravings for things that are not serving us are going to fall away, and cravings for the things that are serving us are going to start to take over. So that's kind of the foundation. Do that twice a day, have snacks in between, and then have, a regular meal throughout the day. And then before you go to bed, you'll have your tart cherry juice. Take a couple of tablespoons. An extra hack, if anybody has inflammation or anything like that, you can drink this throughout the day, and add it to lemon water or to a smoothie. But for this kit, it's designed to have before you go to bed. So you can add it with warm or hot water, like tea water. You can take it straight. A lot of people like to do that, or just add a couple tablespoons to your water before you go to bed. And the intention of this is it's going to be cleaning up that lymphatic system. It's going to support with that kidney filtration. And it's really going to help balance our sleep cycles. So, our body regenerates when we're sleeping. And it can take a couple of weeks, especially if, for example, so many of us have overtaxed adrenal glands due to stress. And so sometimes when we have our adrenal glands are overtaxed, sometimes we can't fall asleep, or we wake up in the middle of the night. And it takes a couple of weeks to really rebalance those. So give yourself patience, give yourself time. And within a couple of weeks, those sleeping patterns really start to balance. And you start to notice vivid dreams and deep sleep. And then it's going to help reduce inflammation and all these other things. And the final piece that I didn't talk about is our Biomedic. And so you're just going to take this with your shake, with your other herbs. Just take one in the morning and 1 in the afternoon with your shakes. And this is going to repair that gut microbiome, really help restore those tight junctions so toxins aren't leaking into our system, and really help with our absorption and remineralization of the gut. So it's a holistic kit. It covers all of your bases, and it does work out to be just $6 for a meal, for a superfood serving, for, doing that twice a day. So you will notice that it saves you on your grocery bill. You will notice that after a few days, these are so nutrient dense. What I find is that I eat 2/3 less food because my body's actually absorbing all that we're giving it. And then it's also so nutrient dense that I need way less food. But again, listen to your body and give your body whatever it needs. So is there any questions on that? Is that clear and simple for everyone?
Rita, I have a question. I'm a little confused. So we do not have to take any of the herbs, Dr. Robert Morse's herbs with this, or do
Cor-
we?
No, you don't need to. Actually, it has the kidney support and what would be the parathyroid support and what would be the endocrine support already in it. And
Oh,
what would
okay.
be the nervous system support? It's already completely encapsulated and formulated within this, like all of your bases, all of those systems.
Okay, so we're only eating fruit though, right? Because you said something about a meal. So that's what I'm
No,
confused.
this is meant to be really a lifestyle transformation. And if you have deeper goals, then you can dive into that deeper fruit transformation with it.
Mhm.
For you, that would be awesome. But we're really, this is just like a lifestyle transformation. So eating whatever we need, even if we're just adding the superfoods in. Mhm.
Okay, so can you still get your kidneys to filter if you do it that way?
You can, and it's different per person. And I'll definitely chat with you about that.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, great question. Any other questions about the program? Hi, Amy.
Hi there. So let's see. Part of what I have to do right now is suspend, and maybe a lot of people are suspending what they've learned. In the past, I've studied so many different. I've studied Ayurveda pretty deeply, and I'm having to like let go of this because that to really give this a try. And my skeptical mind pops up. Well, what about this? What about that? But I'm also like. I've been traveling a lot and and under a lot of stress, splitting up from a 3-year relationship. And so I've actually I've lost like 7 pounds. I don't want to lose any more weight. I mean, as this is something that happens as we get older too. I have been doing a lot of weightlifting and stuff. My exercise has been all messed up since I've been traveling. So that's one of I don't want to lose weight. And so I've been continuing to eat. I mean, I'm only on day 2. And also, is this specifically the collagen support group for that? Because I thought I was pretty sure I'd ordered that, but they sent me the other thing.
Mhm.
So I just have the plain one, but that was
Okay.
originally what I intended to order. So
Yeah.
I guess maybe I'll go and add that on. But I guess I was a little confused because on the bottle of the aminos it says take 5 a day, and that threw me off for a minute. But it's 5 twice a day.
Mhm.
Okay,
Correct.
and
Mhm.
um, and also like one of the things the Ayurveda talks about is allowing not snacking, like allowing time so your digestive fire strengthens. And so, I'm like, well, where do I time these shakes? It was supposed to be between things. I haven't quite figured out, like in the morning, I've heard Christina talk about, well, popping her aminos first thing in the morning. And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I need to give myself some time to wake. Anyway, I'm just a little confused about the timing of things.
I love these questions. And that's where it really comes back. And I also grew up with Ayurvedic medicine and studied it in depth and love it too. And it really comes back to listening to your body. And what I love about taking the aminos, when you wake up, maybe you have some lemon water, maybe you have some fresh fruit, or maybe you have your aminos right with your lemon water. And what I love about that is so many of us in general, collectively, have gotten out of sync with our body's rhythm. And our body is actually in tune with the sun. And so our body starts to produce ghrelin, which is a hunger hormone, right as the sun starts to rise. And our body actually needs a little bit of food, like these aminos. It's basically like fasting. There's 99.9% bioavailable. It's so easy for your body to absorb. So you're basically fasting, but you're getting what you need. And that helps to balance out those hormones first thing in the morning so that we don't kick into that fight or flight state. Because so many of us have trained ourselves to forget breakfast because we're too busy or we're doing a creative project or whatever it is, we're running around. And sometimes we forget to eat, and that actually spikes our cortisol levels and puts us in a fight or flight state. So just having this first thing in the morning is amazing for balancing out those hormones, which will reduce that stress. And then, I really love just getting back to simplicity, because it's like, what is the core pillars of health, whether you're looking at Eastern medicine, Western medicine, indigenous wisdom. If we can flood our body with nutrient dense foods in a way that's really easily absorbable, like even the shakes, they're pre-digested, right? It's a liquid. It's so easy for our body to absorb and digest. And what that translates into is cellular energy. And it's all alkaline forming. So it reduces that inflammation and it increases that oxygen. So one of the best things that we can do for ourselves is just flood ourselves with nutrient dense living foods that are full of colors. And then it's going to be distributed to all the different parts of our body. And our body's so intelligent, it will go to where it needs to. So some of these, herbs do many things, like some of them support the brain and the body will absorb it and utilize it in that way. And some of us need more support with our adrenal glands, and the body will recognize that and take that and support that. So if we can think of it from like a holistic perspective of I like to think of a car, like we change the oil, we fill the gas, we change the filter, pretend that the filter are our lungs. We do need to support, our respiratory system. And all of these whole foods, have different properties that are supporting every single system of the body. So for me, it's just about self-care and self-love and truly learning how to listen to ourselves. And it's going to look different. It's going to look different for all of us and what our bodies need. So yeah, really learn to listen to your body and honor your body's own wisdom and intelligence.
That's always a good idea. Okay.
Awesome. And have fun, right? The most important thing is have fun. We cannot mess this up. Even if you're just adding the superfoods in and not able to make other changes, those other changes will come. Like just add the superfoods in, flood your body, and you'll start to notice big differences.
Just real quick, let me ask, what was it? So the main premise, a lot of the main premise is that even if we've been doing, a pretty healthy diet, that because it's coming from regenerative farms, it's more nutrient dense. And so whatever, it's going to be more power packed. It's going to be more nutritious. I will admit that I don't, it's never felt like nourishing to take pills.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to think one of these days I'm going to move away from these stupid pills, but I think that's something I still got to work on embracing.
Yeah. And, I would say the way to reframe that is just get to know all of the whole foods that are in here, because there's no isolates, there's no additives. It's 100% whole foods. And one of the reasons that yeah, like it's grown regeneratively, so it is nutrient dense. It's vine ripened. Almost none of the food at the grocery store is vine ripened. So vine ripening, you're getting all of those phytonutrients. And then it's wind dehydrated on the farm. So it's picked and dehydrated. So that's also preserving all of those nutrients. And it also reduces our carbon footprint because now instead of shipping all of these big veggies and whole foods, all over, it goes into a small powder form. And that's actually, it's like the most efficient carbon footprint you can find out there. So just know that and just get to learn the whole foods that are in here and realize that, that's what they are. And I see Georgiana is sharing, like, you can open the capsule and add it to your smoothie. I do that too. If you don't like capsules, you can crush these up with a spoon and add it to a smoothie or applesauce or anything. So really, there's so much you can work with, and just know they're all beautiful whole foods that are just so pristinely handled, but also so pristinely formulated, that you're really covered. And something I wanted to mention about this, like, I grew up on organic foods. I worked on permaculture farms all over the world, and I was still so nutrient deficient until I added these superfoods in. It was like night and day difference, like turned on the light switch of my whole body for everything to function properly and my hormones to balance. So it is amazing. And what most of us are encountering, like at the grocery stores, even if it's organic and all these great things, is we have food that is grown in nutrient deficient soils and picked before it's ripe. And so it's sitting on the shelves and you have these orange carrots, but they're really like lifeless compared to what you're getting in this. And, so much of us struggle with overeating because we're not getting what we need from our food. So our cells are saying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, eat, eat, eat. And so many people will find themselves eating and snacking all throughout the day. But once you, actually give your cells what they need, it reduces that consumption. And so most of the foods that we encounter in the world are, they're a lot of empty calories. And then these are nutrient dense, low calorie, easy for your body to absorb and utilize. So those are some big differences. And, in regenerative health, which is my background, like the main thing is that you want to kind of take that burden off your body of digestion. And this is taking that burden off while giving the key nutrients that help your organs and tissues to thrive. Mm-hmm.
So how many meals do you eat a day?
You'll get 2 meals a day. So you'll get 2 of your superfood servings a day, unlimited snacks, 1 meal a day. But if you need more than 1 meal a day, then absolutely add that in. So just make sure that you're feeling nourished and not hungry.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Yeah, lovely. Well, we did run a little bit over. I will open it up if there's any last questions or comments, or those of you that didn't get to share your intention. If you just want to shout yourself out, share an intention or a goal, we'd love to hold space for you. Yay. Well, thank you all. I'm very excited to dive in. We have our health app, so make sure that you're invited to that. There's recipes in there. There's different, practices for movement and for our bodies in there. And then we are going to have some really great embodiment practices throughout. So let's just stay really accountable to each other. And whoever did invite you into this experience, make sure you text them your intention and your goals. And then join us again next week for this space. And each week, we're going to be learning different things and yeah, just really holding space for each other's own greatness, as Mary said before. So thank you all. Appreciate you being here. And we'll see you all soon.
Can I
Bye.
ask you one more quick question?
Go ahead, Amy.
I have a friend who's dealing with pre-diabetes, and you know, and he's got to lose weight, and he's taken a supplement. I mean, he's taking a medication for it. What's your take on that? Can you give me that, or should I call you back another time, or can you give me a sense?
Yeah. I mean, so we really want to again work with our adrenal health because our adrenals metabolize our sugars. So we need to be able to metabolize our sugars. So that's really incorporated and supported in this. The Kids in Focus is also really fabulous for that.
This
And
is an
then,
adult. This is a big boy, adult, like in
Mhm.
his 60s. Okay.
Oh, but you can, yeah, I use the Kids in Focus as well. I know it
Oh.
says for kids, but it's for adults as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Shannon's like, I use it too. It helps me so much with focus and concentration and is amazing for emotional regulation, nervous system regulation for kids and adults. So I highly recommend that one for everyone.
I
Just
keep
have it
it
on hand.
I keep it in my backpack and I carry my backpack with, like, or keep it in my car. Keep it with me, and that way, like, if I ever for some reason get in some kind of stressful situation, that, like, I was helping concerts with kids singing and they got all crazy, and I just went and said, okay, just give me just a minute to take my Kids in Focus and then breathe a little bit, go back, and within 10 minutes, like, it's all good.
Yes, keep it on hand for yourself, for family members. It's the best. And then, our bodies are amazing, and so much comes back to lifestyle. So if we can get an alkaline environment, an alkaline internal terrain, which all these superfoods are working with, that cleans up the lymphatic system, that supports cellular energy, which supports cellular regeneration, which impacts all of our organs and glands and tissues. And again, taking that burden off digestion is huge. Supporting the pancreas is huge for that digestion. So there's so much that can be done. And what I love about this is it's just really holistic, really inclusive, and will help anyone to improve that quality of life. And then he can, continue to work in all the ways necessary. But this would be so complementary.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Awesome. Well, thank you all. I hope you have a beautiful day and we will see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Rita. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you.
Rita, can I ask a question?
Yeah. Hi, Claudia.
Hi, Rita, how are you? Hi,
You're doing great.
everyone. Would you recommend using the child focus? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Kids in Focus.
The Kids in Focus, before going through the program, if you're pretty healthy and have an alkaline body?
Yeah, I would still recommend it honestly to anyone because all of us can use support with our adrenal glands because they're
Okay.
taxed daily, whether it's athletics, it puts stress on our body, whether it's life and just stress, so it helps with that nervous system toning, which all of us can use, and it helps with that emotional regulation, which again, I think all of us can probably use that.
Right.
So nervous system and adrenal health are two things that I focus on very consistently. And I
Okay.
find are very depleted in modern day society.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Excited for you to start that and let us know next week how it starts to go.
Definitely.
And I just wouldn't necessarily, actually that one you can take in the evening. It's not too stimulating, but yeah, take it a couple of times a day. Take it before you have to focus or concentrate or before like a big work event and you need to be productive. It's amazing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rita, is
Yes.
that in the link with the superfoods? I don't know what Kids in Focus is.
Yeah, yes, it is. And Renee, I'll send it specifically to you.
Okay,
Yeah, that would be amazing for you.
okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Is there a certain amount of time you have to keep it under your tongue, or am I thinking too hard into it?
Thinking too hard.
Just-
I love the question though. But yeah, you just put it under the tongue and it'll start
That's
to
good.
do. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, great question.
Seeps into the bloodstream.
Mhm. Bye, y'all.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Love you.
Love you.